Welcome back to Yardie Legal Reasonings. I'm Nadine Atkinson Flowers, Jamaican attorney and U.S. immigration attorney. Deed poll. That is something that a lot of persons sometimes are confused about. And certainly in the U.S. immigration context, it can be very important. A deed poll really, especially for Jamaicans, is a document that tells the world that you have changed either your entire name, your first name, your last name, you have rearranged your name, or in some cases it may be that you have fixed something in the spelling of your name. It really is something that is not lightly done because it has legal implications. If you do a deed poll, you will always need to have that document with you. And so it makes sense to think long and hard about having a deed poll done. So if you've actually decided, yes, I need or I want a deed poll, the steps are certainly for Jamaica as follows. You get the draft done by, you can have a lawyer do it if you have one, or you can go to the RGD where they will be able to assist you. That's the Registrar General's department. But of course, you have to have certain documentation to assist in the process. You will need your birth certificate, not a copy, but an original of your birth certificate. If you're married, you will need to have your marriage certificate with you as well. If you are a minor, meaning you're under 18, then you're going to need parental consent for the deed poll to actually take place. It is necessary too that, of course, you would have checked to make sure that the new name that you want to assume is correctly written out on the form, and you go to the RGD with the necessary fees and they will guide you through the process. The document is going to need to be witnessed in the presence of a justice of the peace. If you live abroad, then you can do that in the presence of a notary, or you can attend on one of the Jamaican High Commission or one of the Jamaican consulates, and they will be able to help you in terms of witnessing your signature to say, yes, it is Nadine Atkinson Flowers who is appearing before me because I have looked at the identification documents that she has brought. That's extremely important because you are now going to have a different identity in terms of your name. And so all of your documents after the deed poll has been granted will need to be changed because you don't really want to have to be walking with many sets of documentation. After the deed poll has been stamped and you have returned to the RGD and they have lodged it, you have that document. You can now have your other documents changed. For example, your driver's license, you can have your TRN document amended, your passport. All of those documents can be now amended after the proper execution of the deed poll. But what about your U.S. immigration? Somebody's filing for you, as we like to call it in Jamaica. Then you are going to need to ensure that a copy of that deed poll is sent with your documents for the immigration purposes, because you can't have two different sets of names on your documents when you're doing any kind of business, and U.S. immigration is no different. So if you are planning to have a deed poll done or you've had one done, you need to ensure that that document is ready and available for part of your U.S. immigration process. Like, share, subscribe, tell us the other topics that you want us to talk about.